All right, welcome to the second Everything Core YouTube interview. Today we are here with Richard from True Shot. They have a new single, Paradigm. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not 100% sure.
Paradigm.
Paradigm. Yeah, it's awesome. Features Aiden from Dealer and Alpha Wolf, which is awesome. And they got merch up. Follow their socials, follow their YouTubes. All at True Shot Band, I'm guessing. Or something.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. Perfect. Yep.
And you are from New Hampshire, correct?
Yeah. So my name is Richard Jambrin. As you said, I'm the vocalist for the band True Shot, and we're based out of New Hampshire.
Yeah. And that new single, that dropped late last year, if I remember correctly.
We dropped it on March 13th, so a little less than 2 months ago.
All right, so it's pretty recent. I've actually been seeing it floating around in a lot of like bigger core channels and reactions.
Oh, cool! Yeah. We've gotten some more attention with this one. It's awesome.
Yeah. Do you think that's any part due to the feature, or it's just a good time, released at a good time, or mix of a few things?
That's a good question. I mean, I know that we've definitely marketed and networked a lot more on this song than in past songs, but I'm sure that obviously having Aiden as a feature definitely helps people, who are specifically fans of his, find our song as well.
Yeah, because I definitely was getting a similar vibes from the other stuff I listened to. I listened to your EP. I was getting similar vibes to like the Dealer, the Alpha Wolf, that whole like Australian hardcore metalcore thing doing over there.
Yeah.
Which I'm definitely down with. That whole sound over there. Australian metal's killing it right now.
They are. I love it. It seems like every time, I hear a different Australian kind of metalcore metal band, it's just always good. So
yeah, and their first like big hit recently was Die Hard is Murder. They came out, then Polaris happened, then we got Alpha Wolf, the Dealer. There's so much over there. It's insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
Later tonight I have a live stream with a band from Australia called Atlas, who had their videos directed by Sabian from Alpha Wolf.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So that'd be cool to talk to. How was working with Aiden?
It was pretty cool, I found him, hit him up on Facebook, and it was a long time. It was a long process just for various things, as far as getting in touch with his producer and stuff like that, and getting the spot. And actually, they did a brief tour over here in the U.S. before everything kind of happened.
Yeah,
with
that was
coronavirus.
with the fight. That was with the Root of All Evil. Yeah, I was actually gonna go see that before everything got canceled.
Yeah, so we were fortunate to go meet up with him in person, and he did a video part as well for the music video. And they were having trouble with internet connection, so we actually had to go down there with our own equipment, with our laptop, and get them to airdrop the video file onto our laptop and everything. So it was pretty interesting. One way to get it done, but no, it was a lot of fun. It was cool to meet him in person.
Yeah, that's definitely, he's really killing it. Dealer came out and like blew up overnight with Crooked.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Which with that breakdown, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. I'm starting to see a resurgence as people are always talking about the breakdowns, and I'm like, yeah, I'm liking it.
Yeah, for sure. Breakdowns are one of my favorite things about the genre. So.
Oh yeah, I definitely heard plenty of them. You have a personal of your own favorite breakdowns you've done?
That we've done? Oh, yeah.
Favorite True Shot breakdown.
I think Paradigm is definitely. I think there's numerous ones in there. And it's like each part, they kind of, when it goes into a new section, whether it's through the heartbeat part or the kind of like the fading kind of atmospheric thing into the spoken word vocals. There's a bunch of different cool little breakdown parts in there, but I enjoy, Aiden's part as well when he starts going. So Paradigm is definitely my favorite song that we've done today.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then on that EP, there are some clean vocals. Is that also you? Is that a number of another?
No,
number?
So yeah, that's our guitar player, Adam Levesque. He does the cleans, and we're actually working on a new song now where he'll be doing. He'll be returning to do some clean vocals on that one. So
that's cool, because I was definitely liking the contrast there. You have an awesome screaming voice, nice and big.
Thank you.
You definitely sound in charge, and it was a nice contrast to hear those cleans.
Thanks. Yeah,
I feel like that's the one thing that's underused in that hardcore metalcore or hybrid style that you guys are doing.
Right.
It's like you don't see the cleans. It's more just that like barking aggressive sound, which I'm cool with, but it's nice to mix it up every now and then.
Yeah, and that's really nice of you to say. You know, I get a lot of people. My voice tends to either be like liked or people just can't get into it. I like to call myself the low version of Brian Garris from Knocked Loose, because I know that he gets a lot of grief for.
That's
his
exactly
vocals.
what I told my friend and who helps me run this page. I'm like, all right, so picture this. I'm talking to this dude from True Shot. It's like Knocked Loose if you take it down an octave, maybe two.
Nice. Yeah, no, Knocked Loose is great. I enjoy that band a lot, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I definitely love the whole return of hardcore thing that's going on.
Yeah.
Because it came back with 7 strings and more breakdowns, which is cool.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a fun genre. I think with hardcore, sometimes it can get a little oversaturated and sound a little too similar. So we tried to kind of blend together different elements, so to speak, because Adam is a big, he loves playing riffs. Like he's a big riff guy. He's not, kind of, how hardcore guitars usually can be. Yeah, exactly. So we tried to mix in, some of that, but also with, kind of what Adam likes to do. And like we try to, what I kind of refer to it as a song where it reminds me of like a mix, and I could be wrong, but it reminds me of a mix of like As I Lay Dying meets Amur. So
I definitely could get behind that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge Amur fan, so
Me too, man. No shame there. People like to hate on Amur, although it's not as bad anymore because Frankie's kind of learned to shut up.
Yeah, well, Frankie, I think is a misunderstood dude, but no, I mean their new music is just killer. So
yeah, the one with Flag of the Beast slaps.
Yeah,
I forget what album that's off of. Look at Yourself or something like that.
Look at Yourself. Yep.
Yeah, that one's super cool. I like that album a lot.
Yeah.
I ever one of the first bands that in the Acacia Strain to pull out the 8 strings.
Yeah, Amur's pulling out the 9 strings now, which is just absurd.
Oh man, sooner or later, Jared Dine's 24-string joke will be a reality.
Yeah, pretty soon at this rate.
More strings. You guys playing 7s or 6s?
So for Paradigm, we play 7s. We only have one guitar player, but we backtrack the second guitar. But he switched to 7s for this one. The EP was done in 6s. So we went from, I believe, drop C 6-string on the EP to drop G 7-string on Paradigm. So it was quite a change sonically. So anyway.
It's crazy how 7 strings used to be this rare thing that you never saw, but now it's the standard. Everyone uses 7 strings.
Yeah, I mean, I'm generally a fan of the more down-tuned kind of stuff. Although As I Lay Dying is one of my favorite bands ever, and they still make a drop B 6-string sound heavy. So
it's definitely a mix of getting the right tuning and still you gotta play heavy riffs because you can make drop F sound not heavy.
Yeah, that's true.
You still gotta play heavy riffs. It's just you can take that extra mile with that nice beefy tone.
Right.
So I'd be cool to see a 6-string resurgence. Everything's so down tuned. I want a band to come out, a new band to come and be like, all right, we're playing in C.
Yeah.
We're playing in C.
Yeah, like I said, our EP was I really wanted Adam to go to a 7. But I mean, at the end of the day, if it sounds cool, then I'm on board.
And then a lot of my musical friends and stuff say you should tune to the vocalist and what they can do as far as.
So that's it. That's honestly why I kind of wanted to go towards a 7-string, because my voice, it was weird because when I listened to the EP, it's not like it's bad or anything, but my voice is so. It goes much better with Paradigm versus the EP material. Mm-hmm. I feel.
You have a lot more of a deeper scream.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I think it He was a very like I say like Pitbull vocal, which is super cool.
I mean, I try to do the highs. I mean, you hear it in Paradigm, but that's like his highs. Like I have a naturally pretty low voice, so it's hard for me to belt out those huge highs.
How did you learn how to scream? Are you self-taught, YouTube, or did you go to?
Totally self-taught.
Nice.
It all started when I first heard Whitechapel. That's kind of the guy Phil Bozeman. That's really who I was like. I want to do something like this. This just sounds so cool.
That is absolutely insane. So I was always into like rock and stuff like AC/DC and all that. Yeah. I heard a Whitechapel, and I was like, what is this? And that was like my first like core band. And I'm like,
oh really?
I like this. And I was like, I want to start screaming. So I started like imitating Whitechapel songs. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of how, because what happened is that I noticed like when I would try, my voice sounded kind of most like his tone. Not that I'm saying that I sound anything like Phil, because Phil is just a monster, but
Phil is a monster.
It was much easier for me to identify with Phil versus somebody like
Mitch or any of the other guys around in that scene.
Yeah, I could never do anything like that. But yeah, so no, it was Whitechapel. They're responsible for this whole mess, you know.
Oh, Whitechapel. See what you see this? Whitechapel did this. Yeah, I've been digging Whitechapel's new stuff too. I like that he's singing more. He has a great clean voice.
Yeah, no,
great clean
Phil
voice.
Is extremely talented, and I have a Whitechapel tattoo, as a matter of fact. So
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I am a huge fan of theirs, and I'll always support whatever direction they want to go in musically.
Yeah. So while we're on the subject, I'm guessing favorite vocalist Phil's on that list.
Phil's definitely on that list. Man, it's hard to say. I really like Frankie from Amur a lot. I think that he has a very just unrelenting scream that is just, I think, is very kind of unique to him. I'm trying to think of some other vocalists. I mean, Phil definitely. See, it's tough because I usually associate my favorite vocalists with my favorite bands.
Yeah.
So like Tim Lambesis from As I Lay Dying. But I think there's some really great singers as well, like the guitar player from Silent Planet. He has a really nice, clean voice.
Yeah.
Cody from Waged War. And also, I mean, the guy on your shirt there, Miss May I.
Miss May I.
Yeah, he has a nice voice as well. That's
representing Ohio.
Yeah, Levi's got a good voice.
That's not Levi doing cleans. He's only the screamer.
No, I know his screams is what I mean. Yeah, his screams are really nice. I even like Ronnie Radke. His singing. Yeah. I think.
Funny story about Miss May I. Sure. I was at the Fit for a King show when they came through Cleveland. I'm from Ohio, so Miss May I representing Ohio. And Ryan Neff was at the show running merch for Chelsea Grin.
Okay.
And then I walked by the Chelsea Grin merch booth. I'm like, is that Ryan Neff? No, there's no way that's Ryan Neff. And I kept going along my day. Then I see we're watching Fit for a King, and then they're playing Youth Division or something.
Yeah.
Ryan Neff comes on the stage and sings the chorus, and Ryan Kirby's like, yeah, shout out Ryan Neff. I'm like, I could have talked to Ryan Neff, and I did not. I was so mad.
Nice.
But I got to meet all the Alpha Wolf guys that night, which was cool.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah. I have to separate my favorite vocalists into two categories. The crazy vocalists and like the vocalists, like crazy vocalists like Alex Arable from Slaughter Vale, Dane Evans from To the Grave.
Yeah.
Like those guys, Dickie Allen's another crazy one.
Yep.
Then like as far as like vocals go, it's Ryan Kirby all around. He's great, clean,
Kirby's
great
awesome.
screams.
Yeah, Kirby's a nice guy.
He's so nice.
I met him at a show, and I was kind of talking to him about my band, and he ended up kind of helping me a little bit with some stuff as far as the band goes. So that was really cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, I met him the first time I saw Fit for a King when they opened up for Ice Nine Kills on the Sirius tour. And he's super cool, dude. And I was just blown away by their live show because before that I wasn't a huge Fit for a King fan. I liked a lot of their songs, but I just wasn't like super into them. And I saw them in their live shows and nuts. Tuck's crazy. Dude's a Beyblade.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he is nuts. Yeah.
And then ordered some merch, and then I had some issues shipping the merch, so I just reached out to Ryan Kirby directly and actually got a response from him.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I see that he does that on Twitter. So that's really cool that he does that.
Yeah, he's like really in touch with his fans and stuff, which is super cool because they're getting to a point where it's like it's understood that if you reach out to them, you're probably not going to get a response because they're getting to that like level.
Yeah.
They're growing and growing, especially the last album blew them up like crazy.
Oh yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah, they definitely deserved it. Their albums before that were crazy good.
Yeah.
And then Brian going and learning how to sing and all that.
Yeah. Yep. No, he's very talented. He's really super nice guy.
Super great dude, great vocals, great dude. Yeah, and I've seen like a lot of the smaller bands are really mention Fit for a King as a big influence. And I see like a lot of like in smaller band promos, I see Fit for a King shirts all the time now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean they're kind of one of those bands that are a staple in the genre at this point. So I think, newer bands, that's a very easy. It's very easy to understand why they'd be an influence for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. They definitely embody like I compare them to a lot when Wage War came out and like kind of redefined what the genre is.
Yeah. Yep.
Like New Wage War.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they've been around longer.
Yeah, I think they've been around for a little while, but I mean, they, Blueprints, and then their second album, Deadweight, was awesome as well.
We don't talk about Pressure.
I think Pressure has its moments. I mean, it's just a new direction, and I think over time people will be more on board with it.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't think I can get down with it because songs like "Stitch in the River" are like metalcore staples.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You go to a show and say, "Hey, man," and you go to like a small metalcore show over the PA. You play "Stitch," everyone's going nuts.
Mm-hmm. That's true. No, those songs are definitely great.
Maybe I'll get used to it, but they didn't even throw like one just stupid heavy song on the album, which was pretty depressing.
Yeah, they have what is it? Low, I believe, is one of them.
They ripped off Architects.
Well, I don't know if they necessarily did, but it's hard to tell because you never know when these songs are written or.
It's really Architectsy.
I like to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I can see why you think that.
I'm also a huge Architects fan, so
yeah,
I'm
great.
Ever so slightly biased.
Yeah, there's a lot of great bands in the genre for sure.
Yeah, my saying I always say is there's no bad metalcore bands, just average metalcore bands.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those genres that I think it's kind of tough. I mean, you can only do so much, with a guitar and some drums. So it's trying to stay innovative.
Other than you could always just tune it lower. Play the same riffs, just tune it lower. Innovations.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Currents is pretty much playing As I Lay Dying riffs and droppy.
Currents is another awesome band. We both Adam, our guitar player, and myself are big Currents fans.
Wait, ready for the new album yet?
Yeah, so we do a reaction channel as well. So I
was about to mention that.
Yeah, we gotta react to their most recent song. That's what's the one kind of bad thing, if there is one, about having a reaction channel is waiting to listen to songs. But
yeah, I've seen so many of the reaction channels I follow with Demolisher by Slaughter to Prevail. Like the moment this came out, I wanted to watch it, but I couldn't.
Yeah, no, that's another one. We got a list that's always growing of requests and stuff like that. So
as a vocalist, you will love Demolisher.
Yeah, well, I've gotten the chance to see Alex Terrible live, so I mean, he's just unbelievable. So.
Everyone's gonna say it's pitch shifted. It's not pitch shifted. You'll know the section I'm talking about when it gets there. It's not pitch shifted. There's proof he can do it.
Okay, so there's some crazy. All right, now I'm excited to listen.
There's some crazy stuff.
Okay.
Also, there's a live video where he does it, and there's this big breakdown build up. And there's just everything paused, and he screams Demolisher. He hands the mic off, and just screams in like a full club, and you can hear him perfectly clear, no mic.
Wow, that's awesome.
I don't know what pit of hell he was made in, but oh man,
It's that Russian, you know. He's just got a different DNA set, I guess.
All the comments, he's the devil. No, he's Russian.
That's funny.
Yeah, he also looks like he sounds. He's one of those people that definitely looks how he sounds.
Yeah, that's definitely true. He's unbelievable. Like I watch his videos and we joke sometimes. Like I know that Adam's pulled up a video or two of him. He's like, "Why can't you do this?" And I'm like, "Nobody can."
He can. That's it. Yeah, I'm not sure how into To the Graveyard. They're a bit smaller, but they've been blowing up because of the dude's vocals.
Well, we did one song by them. We reacted to Ecocide.
Ecocide.
Yeah.
The buzzsaw noise he makes in the beginning of that.
Yeah, he's crazy talented as well.
I have an interview with him, and I'm so pumped for it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, he's. I mean, I don't know how he does it, but it's cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, he mixes in like the hardcore shouts and stuff.
Yeah,
which is super cool.
Yep.
Whereas Alex is just Alex does Alex.
Yeah, Alex is just his own sound.
Yeah. So I've seen bands market a lot of ways. Is the reaction channel kind of a way to help market the band?
Oh, definitely. I mean, that was kind of I suggested the idea to Adam. I was like, we should do a reaction channel. Like, we should do it with both you and I. Like, I mean, I could do it myself, but I don't think that would have as much of an impact.
Yeah, as the whole band.
Yeah, well, at least he and I, because he and I are, I mean, the other guys are great. We just recently got a new drummer, but I mean, Adam and I are responsible for the majority of the band stuff. So we figured, if we can get me, the vocalist, because I'm not a super musically tech savvy kind of guy, whereas Adam can really like listen to a guitar and be like, yeah, that was drop A or whatever. He's able to do that. I'm not. But so I figured I was like, well, with that dynamic, we'll organically, get people who not only listen to our reactions, but also listen to our music. And through that, we've gotten people like Ronnie Radke to check us out, Jake Lures, who we, we're in contact with.
I saw you guys on Hardcore.
Yeah, we were on Hardcore. Yeah, we supported him on Patreon to do, so, as a favor, he did that for us. That was really cool. But
yeah, it's super cool. He's a super cool dude.
Yeah, the reaction channel has definitely done what we wanted it to do. It's not like, we didn't want to connect. We obviously want to connect with people. That's definitely, but, it's hard as a small band to really kind of stand out without, just kind of, playing your local circuit and just releasing music into the ether, if you will. And then, but the reaction channel has been awesome.
Yeah, that's partially the reason I started this whole thing. Was I'm the vocalist of a band, and it was kind of to promote that in a way.
Yeah.
I just want to also help smaller bands like have a platform.
Yeah, and there's definitely nothing wrong with that. I mean, you gotta find different ways today to stand out, whatever it takes.
Yeah, man, most definitely. Yeah, the reaction cut channel. I saw that. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I've not seen that. I've seen like established bands be like, oh, you can see Jake Lures reacts to the new Ghost Inside track.
So it's fun. He started doing that because of us. I mean, he found our reaction to his song Defender, and he's like, hey man, how about I return the favor? So he did a reaction to our song Paradigm. And then from there, people wanted to do more, and then he started doing more. So
that is awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad that he is doing them because it's really cool to see a guy, especially of that caliber, kind of look at these songs.
Yeah, that dude's like metalcore dad.
He is the. I mean, we've gotten the chance to really talk to him quite a bit, and he is the nicest guy, and we're very fortunate to, have met him through this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that new album Guardians is sick.
Yeah,
it's mainly the breakdown in Defender, in Defender, and the breakdown in Bloodletter carry the whole album.
Bloodletter is an awesome song. I mean, I think the whole album is really good. I'm really happy with
Jake doing cleans. Jake doing cleans was something. I'm like, yeah, you
he is.
Jake.
Yeah, he is doing the clean. So I'm glad to see him doing that as well. Like I said, he's such a cool dude. Like he did not need to react. He could have left a comment. That would have been enough for us. But
Been
for him
like,
to
hey,
go,
yo, thanks for doing this.
yeah. But for him to even do that, I mean, that was just so awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, no, it really is.
Most definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Reaction channels. Go check out their reaction channel for them to react to some cool stuff.
Yeah.
There's a new Currents and the new Slaughter to Prevails. I'm guessing is coming soon.
That's on the list. Yeah, we did a Spotify kind of pre-save thing for Paradigm before we released it. We said, yeah, if you pre-save the song, we'll do a reaction request for you. So we got in a little bit over our heads on that. There's so many. So we're making our way through that. We're getting close to the end, and then we'll start transitioning back into staying up to date with the newer stuff. But
I feel so bad that you haven't gotten to hear the new Currents.
I know, man. We're getting there.
You haven't heard yet? You haven't heard Flag to Wave yet?
No, I have not. I have Currents merch. I'm a huge fan of the band. I just gotta wait, and it's the tough part.
Possibly my favorite song they've ever released.
Okay, well,
I say I'm a crazy big Currents fan. Like, Where I Feel the Safest is one of my favorite albums.
Yeah, that's honestly I have a 9-year-old son, and he likes some of the material off there.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of my favorite opening tracks of an album too.
Yeah. Currents is awesome. I'm glad they got to tour with As They Lay Dying and really get that extra exposure because they 100% deserve it.
Yeah, they're playing 8 strings and drop E now.
Yeah, I mean
octaves. We're playing a full octave down now.
Yeah.
So as far as recording, do you guys record at home, send it off to a producer, go to a studio? Do you guys do everything in house?
Yeah, so we record everything in house, and then we have it. For the EP we had it produced by Ricky Armolino of Hawk and Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah, yep.
He did the EP, and then
that was awesome.
For the most recent one, we went full Australian with Paradigm. Not only do we have Aiden on that, but we also had Lance Prank, who did Alpha Wolf stuff, did some Polaris stuff. Dealer. So that guy made
the
Paradigm
Australian metalcore trio.
Yeah, exactly. So Lance made Paradigm sound massive. So we were
that song, that track, and definitely I liked the EP, but that track's definitely a jump in.
Oh, 100%.
I think it's a big jump.
And I don't
plenty of factors to that.
Yeah, and I don't take any offense to that at all. I mean, I have people say I didn't mind the EP stuff, but Paradigm, and I'm like,
but Paradigm,
it's totally cool. I get it. We weren't a band for very long when we released the EP, so I was glad we got some music out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was working with Ricky. That's another one of my favorite bands. You've pretty much had connections to all my favorite bands at this point, man.
Right. So Ricky was really cool. He's a super busy guy. He is always on the go. So a lot of times he was mixing and mastering the EP while he was on tour with Ice Nine Kills and stuff like that. So he was an awesome guy, though. I've talked to him recently since then. It was really cool to kind of come full circle that he played with Hawk on Rage Fest last year. We got to play Rage Fest, so we played the same show with him, and we're kind of talking. I was kind of telling him what was up with the venue and stuff like that. So that was a really cool little connection to have.
That's super cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. You literally have had some form of experience with all 3 of my favorite bands: Alpha Wolf, Fit for a King, and Ice Nine Kills.
Yeah. Well, so Aiden's no longer with Alpha Wolf, but that's true. I know that Sabian and I are following each other on Twitter, but I don't think I've ever really sat down and talked to the guy before.
That's awesome. So, yeah. Sabian's an awesome dude. I got to meet all the Alpha Wolf guys, and I was same when I met Ryan Kirby. I had to hold him in the picture. I'm like, I was the happiest person on planet Earth.
Yeah, no, like I said, Ryan was awesome too. He gave me the contact information for David Puckett, the drummer for We Came as Romans, and he kind of talked to us a little bit about some marketing stuff for the band. So we've been very fortunate to kind of link up with a lot of guys who have, been very experienced, and then also been very lucky, to find Jake through YouTube, and then Ronnie Radke yesterday reacted to Paradigm on his Twitch stream. So that was really cool.
That's super cool. Yeah, I feel like with all the exposure you guys are getting, I feel like you just need, when this next release drops, which we'll talk about what's next in a second, when this next thing drops, I feel like you guys are going to explode. And that's from a listener's perspective and looking from the outside. With all the exposure you're getting into other bands and stuff, you guys definitely have the chance to just explode.
I hope so. I'm just really fortunate because like I said, we released the EP. We weren't even a band. We were a band for a little over a year, and then Paradigm just got such an awesome reception, which made me feel really, really good because it's you never know. Like when you release music, you never know. Like people are gonna hate this or.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, you guys definitely have a sound that can get big in the metalcore. You guys have the opportunity. It's just that next release, which it's like transitioning into that.
Yeah.
What's next for True Shot? What can you say about new music?
So I'll say that we have, I'd say probably about 3 songs in the works. We have one that's really close to done. It's just kind of hard to get together and track because of everything going on right now. Mm-hmm. But the next song we have guitars and bass done, drums are almost done, and vocals are about half done. This song is different than Paradigm, because Paradigm didn't really have a traditional structure. It was kind of just a straight through kind of song.
Yeah, it's go.
Yeah, it's just go. This one's go as well, but there's a chorus in there.
Nice.
And I'm really pumped about the breakdown. It's
getting me excited for breakdowns.
It's a different kind of breakdown. It's different. It's
different.
It's very melodic, kind of airy, but like also heavy. And is this gonna be the one that people are gonna kill each other in the pit too? That's tough to say. I don't know. I hope so. It's an interesting kind of breakdown. You'll have to hear it.
You're getting me all excited now.
Yeah. I will say this. We originally had a different breakdown where this breakdown is, but we actually transitioned to the original breakdown being the outro riff for the song. So there's
in 2 breakdowns.
Yeah.
2?
So, I'll give you the scoop there, but
oh man.
Yeah, no, I'm pumped about it.
Do you have a timeline for around when that's coming?
We originally really wanted to release it at the end of this month, but right now it's a little up in the air. But I will say that we are definitely hoping for the end of the month.
Oh man, I'm so pumped to hear that.
Yeah, we're going the singles route for a little while, so trying to release a single every. Yeah,
it's something that works. Fit for a King's last album had 5 singles, and they're doing great.
Exactly. So, and then the song after that is a really cool. It has some cool parts. It has like some kind of like jazzy metalcore kind of feel, which I'm pretty pumped about. Trying to mix it up a little bit, but I definitely I've been beating the drum with Adam. I'm like, man, let's just write a 2-minute just heavy as hell straight to the point banger.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm begging you, please. I hear your stuff and I'm like, I just need them to go off for a song. One song. Give me one song that I can just
believe me, man, I've been beating the drum. I just want to have one song that's just unrelenting. Because that's what I think is really cool that we're trying to do, is to not be like a really just totally heavy band, but also being melodic, but I also want to mix it up. Like one time you hear a song with cleans in it, the next song will be just a 2-minute straight to your face kind of beat down song.
Breakdown.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm open to mixing it up, and
awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna start to wrap up, but one thing I want to talk to you about, since we are both huge breakdown people.
Yeah.
What is your all-time favorite? Anything favorite breakdown?
My favorite breakdown. Oh man, that's a tough one.
Yeah, the whole theme of this interview has been like breakdowns. So, what's your favorite breakdown of all time?
Well, hold on. Let me just look through my phone here real quick because
I
there's so many that are like really really good. But
mine. I have I can't pick one, so I have like three. I always say. So while you're doing that, I'll list mine. These colors don't run from Architects.
okay,
Awesome. Mr. Highway's Thinking About the End's a classic, with possibly the greatest pre-breakdown line ever.
all
And
right.
then Shattered Glass by Fit for a King. Both of them.
Shattered Glass is really good. I really like. All right, so I'll say. Let me think. So I think Dealer in general, but
Yeah.
Anodyne C by As I Lay Dying has one of the most vicious breakdowns. Um, and then honestly, a breakdown that I heard recently that came from a band that you would not expect. That if you haven't heard it, you've got to listen to it. It's the song "It's Cool" by 4 Year Strong. Not
4 Year Strong. Crazy
dude,
good breakdown.
I'm telling you, man. I heard it. I'm like, what? Like this is so crazy. For you don't associate 4 Year Strong with that,
Yeah, you don't
but
associate 4 Year Strong with breakdowns.
no, but man, I'm telling you, as soon as you end this interview or whatever, like you got to go listen to "It's Cool" by 4 Year Strong and let me know
I
because
definitely will.
I'm telling you, man, it's it's really nice. But
Yeah.
and then a mirror, Smokey, the song Smokey, which
Smokey
is
has a good
just
one.
crazy. But
Fly to the Beast also has an awesome breakdown.
yeah, hate me if it makes you feel better. Yeah, yeah.
First time that hit, I was like, oh, but that sounds like a really long breakdown the entire time.
Yeah.
It just breaks down further.
Yeah, no, that's true. But nah, man, I mean, there's so much good stuff. That's why, I mean, maybe I'm kind of biased because, it's the genre that I really like, but I think metalcore has a lot of cool stuff going on.
Oh yeah, there's so many like some genres you can be like, all right, what's your favorite song? Metalcore, you could do parts. What's your favorite metalcore riff? What's your favorite metalcore chorus? What's your favorite metalcore breakdown?
Yeah.
One that's been growing on me is definitely up there is Agony by I Slaughter to Prevail, but I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
Demolisher. It's such a good breakdown.
Oh man, you got me. Okay, so we record every Thursday for the reactions. I'll definitely get that on there now.
Yeah, you got to, dude. You need to.
All right.
And
You
just
sold
tell me when you do. If you just tell me if you think it's pitch shifted, I will send you proof it's not pitch shifted.
Okay. All right. All right.
It's nuts. And I'll also send you the video of him doing it live where you can hear him crystal clear with no mic.
Jeez. All right. Well, now I'm pumped, but
Yeah, you got to get to Demolisher.
we'll do. We'll do.
That song is. I'm probably going to end this and probably go jam to that song for the 5th time today.
Awesome.
It's so good. Well, it was such a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for doing an interview.
Absolutely, man.
I wish you guys the best. You guys are awesome. Can't wait for that breakdown you got me all hyped for now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it'll deliver like this one in Demolisher, but I'm hoping that it's something different, and it also hits hard. But I'm pumped for everybody to hear it.
Yeah, I'm pumped too, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks again.
Thanks
I will
so
definitely be in touch with you.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.